Hi. I want to finish this week with what responsibility prevents. Let me be very clear from the start. Responsibility is not failing because people are doing it badly. It's failing because it's doing its job too well. Responsibility is not neutral. It is an intervention that occurs before reality is allowed to fully form. And if you're listening to this, you're probably one of the people it relies on. Most responsible people believe they're responding to situations as they arrive. They're not. Responsibility intervenes early, always early, before consequences land, before conflict clarifies, before failure teaches, before limits declare themselves. And that timing matters, because anything that interrupts a process before it's complete is not help, it is prevention. And prevention has a cost. So here's the first thing that responsibility blocks without exception. Consequences. When you step in quickly to fix, translate, soothe, rescue or compensate, you don't remove harm. You redirect it. You absorb it and you carry it. The system never learns what actually happens when behaviour runs its course. And without consequence, nothing adapts. This is not moral philosophy. This is systems logic. Learning requires impact. Feedback requires friction. Responsibility cushions both, which means the system receives a false signal that this arrangement works. It doesn't. That system works because someone is paying the price, and that someone is usually you. Responsibility also blocks differentiation. People only discover who they are and who they are not through friction, through disappointment, through failed expectations. Responsibility removes all of that. It anticipates, it adjusts, it compensates, and it smooths. So no one ever hits their edges. Roles solidify. One person becomes indispensable. Others quietly lean back, not maliciously, but structurally. And because everyone is behaving well, no one questions the arrangement. This is how moral effort replaces structural clarity. So now, listen carefully to this part. Responsibility suppresses conflict and aggression, not violence, but the energy that brings limits into contact. Aggression is how systems reorganize. Responsibility neutralizes it. Students tell me if I stop being responsible, everything will fall apart. I've told you this before, and they're usually right. But what they mean by falling apart is that the things I've been holding together will finally become visible. Responsibility keeps aggression underground. Underground aggression doesn't disappear. It turns into resentment, burnout, and quiet contempt. The system stays polite and nothing changes. Of course, failure is next. Failure is one of the most educational forces available to any system. Responsibility treats it like a threat. When you rescue early, correct quickly, or cover quietly, failure never completes its arc. The system never encounters its own insufficiency. It simply continues supported.